Go through everything, I'll build you a little bundle, and we'll get you set up. It's going to take me about 15 minutes. At that point, you either get a yes or a no, right? He'll be like, sure, come on in, let's talk in the foyer here. Or they're going to say, yeah, no, I'm not interested. And you've just saved yourself a half an hour of a full-blown presentation, right? Does that answer your question? Okay, cool. So, we're not going to waste time presenting to people who say to you, I have 5 boxes and I pay $140 and I have the gold package and a multi-room DVR and free international minutes, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to tell them, well, listen, if you want all that with me, it's going to be about $175, but it's going to be a lot better. Does that interest you? No, I don't want to spend $35 more. So fine, have a nice day. We don't waste time with those people. Mm-hmm. Okay. This brings us to the next rule. This is the rules for door knocking. This is the rules for building value for quality time with quality people. It's 2 no's equals go. So that first no is what I call mommy syndrome, right? Everybody in here has a mom. You've tried to get her attention. Mom, ma, no, no, leave me alone, no, leave me alone. Every mom just says no, right? That's what they're trained to do. It's not until they hear the details of the question where you get to the we'll see. We'll talk about it later. And it's not until you convince them about the we'll see part that you get to a yes, right? Mm-hmm. The initial thing is always no. So you probe the first no. Is this a real no, or are you just blowing me off? If they give you 2 solid no's, that is a no. Don't waste your time. We are not a salesman trying to turn over a no. Okay. You're playing a numbers game looking for a yes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. 2 negs equals 1 no. So 4 negs is 2 no's. Now, the difference between a no and a neg, somebody, Max, give me a no, a real hard no.
Not interested.
Not interested. How about a neg?
A neg? You guys were just here.
Ah, see, you guys were just here. That's not a no. That's a negative I can overturn. James, give me a real hard no.
Yeah, my sister had you guys, and you guys were terrible.
We were terrible. Okay. I would talk to you about that. I wouldn't consider that a no.
Yeah,
I would say, I would consider that a neg, because I can address that. I can say to you, how long ago was that? What services did she have? Was her modem and router in the basement? And did she have terrible service 2 floors up? Because there's a reason for that. Maybe I can fix that for you. So that's, I would think that's a neg, right? So what's a no?
No, I'm good, guys. You were just here, and they gave me a price, and I'm just satisfied with it.
They gave me a price, I'm satisfied, I'm not changing. That's a no. That's a qualified no. Go ahead.
I've been a loyal customer for
Loyal
forever.
customer. Okay, now this again, this is, it could be a no, it could be a neg. So my question is, what do you like about them so much? And let them tell you what they like so that you can then overturn that. Now, I don't spend a lot of time overturning that. 4 negs, if they keep giving you negative after negative after negative, they are the loyal customer. They say, are you leave? 4 negs equals go. But if you can say to them with a couple of sentences, well, I was always loyal to my VHS, but then a DVD player came around, and at first I hated that DVD player. What do I need that for? I have 500 VHSs. What am I going to have to do, rebuild my collection? But then once I got my DVD player, I really loved it a lot more, and I was happy to get rid of my VHS because I came into a new century's worth of technology, right? Yeah. That kind of stuff can work. You have to be able to use it. It's another one of the weapons, right?
Yes.
Okay. For you new guys, okay. You come in here a civilian, but we send you out a fully armed Marine, okay? You have not just a knife, but you have handguns and a Uzi and steel-toed shoes and jiu-jitsu. You have all the weapons you need to go be a good Marine. So if you run into a gunfight with a knife, you're not really a good Marine, right? But if you throw a hand grenade where a single gunshot would work, that's not really good either, right? So you want to be able to pull out all the weapons at all the right times, when to use them and how to use them effectively. Okay, so the 4th rule, this brings us into our 4th rule, is the formula for building value. This is the formula that makes, that builds impulse, that leads to a sale. It's F plus B plus WIFM equals sale. This means feature. The feature plus the benefit of the feature plus the personal equals sale. So who knows what WIFM means? Max.
What's in it for me?
What's in it for me? It's an acronym. We use a lot of acronyms in this business, but this is an important one because this is why people will take what you have to offer. If I say to you, Mr. Customer, I have a new technology, it's going to give you a 1080 PSI on your new 1080 set. Because right now, you're only getting 720 with your current company. Does that mean anything to you?
Not really.
Is that just a bunch of numbers? And if you're, if you're a tech-savvy new person, okay, that might mean something to you, but what about regular Joe guy at the front door? So you got to find a way to make that sound sexy. You got to give him a reason to want that. So, Mr. Customer, right now I see that you have Batman on in the TV on there, and it's kind of dark. It's not, you can't really see all the action. You ever seen that on a Blu-ray DVD player? You remember how it was in the movie theater, how you could actually see all the action? It wasn't dark like this. Well, the reason that it's dark like this is that you're getting a 720 picture right now, and your set wants to give you 1080. We, fiber optics, Verizon Fios gives you a 1080 picture on that set, so you'll be able to see it just like it was in the theater, and you won't have to wonder what's going on behind all that darkness. That would be important to you, right? So you see what I did there? I gave him the feature of the 1080, the benefit, what it's going to do for him, and then I made it personal to him. That's the difference. Go ahead. Question?
Is there any way you could do it out of order? That makes sense. Like, you give them the personal first, then you explain the reasons
you
why.
can go from the outside in or the inside out. You remember the why going out to the how, or the how coming into the why? Sometimes one works, sometimes the other. You can absolutely start in the middle. You can start with, wow, I notice you're watching Batman in there, and that picture is really dark. We give you, and start from the middle and work your way backwards out. It's actually more effective.
It's like, in my way, it's just like, all right, so your Netflix is going to be running a lot smoother now. You're not going to have any lag and loading or buffering. The reason why is because they give you that flawless streaming and give you.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, now what you just did though, that was perfect. What you gave them was the feature and the benefit. But where's the WIFM in that? Do the same thing, but now make it personal to the person you're talking to, right in front of me. So, for instance, that flawless streaming that you're talking about, we are going to make your Netflix experience so much better than it is right now. There's going to be no freezing or buffering. You're watching that movie and halfway through it catches up to the buffering and you got to wait and let that go. That doesn't happen with us. You just get to enjoy the movie. See, by bringing it personal, that's what's going to sell it. A whole list of facts is not going to impulse anybody into anything. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this leads us to something that we call power phrases, right? The way that you build value. The way that you build value is by using some of these power phrases. So, Madam Customer, you told me that you were spending $180 for 4 boxes and no movies. I got you at $160 with HBO and Showtime and triple your internet speed. It's a win-win. Okay? That's a power phrase. It's something that they can latch onto and get behind. It builds impulse. So, here's a few power phrases that you can work into your techniques. So, if you can work some of these into your everyday talk and don't make it sound like it's a commercial, they're really effective. So, based on what we talked about, I have the perfect package for you and your family. That's personal. It makes them sit up and pay attention, right?
And you want to kind of try to sell yourself. Sorry? You want to kind of try to sell yourself to them and make them comfortable with you. So I mean,
that's exactly right. If you sell yourself, the product sells itself. That's right. So we use words like Verizon Fios is proven reliability. But don't just say that. Give them an example. We don't go out during storms. Hurricane Sandy, we didn't go down. Most of the neighbors on the block had to come over and watch your house to see the football game because their cable was out for weeks, but your Fios was up and running. That's proven reliability.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Now, Optimum is also fiber now, right?
Yeah, Optimum is fiber to their central hub.
Right.
From their central hub,
they're sending a
They're sending a coaxial signal throughout the rest of the neighborhood. And the further away you get from that central hub,
the weaker it is.
The weaker it is, exactly.
So, but with Verizon, you're coming straight in with the fiber optic.
All the way to the house.
And you're just doing the HDMI and you're getting the 1080p picture right from that.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's practice each one of you. Let's go down the line. Let's start. Good morning. Let's start with you, Brandon. Pick out one of these power phrases. Pick out a feature from Verizon and give me a phrase with it. Go ahead.
Okay, so custom made for you.
So pick out a feature, either the telephone, internet, or phone, telephone, internet, or cable, and use one of these phrases in there and sell it to me.
Okay, so sir, the internet that I'm going to give you, the 25 over 25, happens to be custom made for you. Really because you don't surf the internet too much, but you have to have a reliable internet that you use.
That was perfect. That was perfect. You made it personal to me, you used a power phrase, and you made it relevant to me. That was really good. Okay, Darian, pick one of these phrases and pick TV, internet, or phone, and give me a power phrase.
I'm going to do flawless streaming.
Okay.
I know you said that you're big on YouTube and streaming videos to your Chromecast.
Uh-huh.
So I gave you the 50 over 50 quantum symmetric internet speed. You never have to worry about lagging, buffering, or dragging because of that, of the symmetrical upload and download. It's the same always, so we're actually sending out 2 frequencies at the same time.
Okay, Juice. That was really good. Okay, James, pick something.
Alright, so boxes, taxes, fees, and everything included, sir. I am saving you about $25 a month while giving you some of those movie channels that you told me that you wanted and a faster internet, so it is a win-win.
A win-win. That's one of my favorite ones.
Great
Win-win
job.
is one of the that was really good. Okay, Max, pick one.
Proven quality service. Alright, so I mean, you've probably seen the commercials, you've probably seen all these kind of ads. We're actually known for our internet so far, known for our picture quality. Actually, PC Magazine rated us #1 as far as internet speed goes right now. You know, JD Power Associates, the FCCC. So obviously, you can see the kind of proven quality service we have to offer.
Okay, Juice, we got to proven quality. One thing about that, people don't like lists. Pick a couple of things that are the hot spot for that person and give a couple of things, and then the longer the list, the less they listen. Have you ever noticed that? When, like, you know those lists of names, those, I don't want to make light of this, but you know 9/11, they read out those list of names, and for the first few names you really pay attention, but then your mind starts to wander and you just don't listen to the list. It's just, the longer the list, the less you listen. So, keep it short and simple. What does that mean? You remember the acronym? KISS. Keep it short and simple.
Oh, keep it simple, stupid.
It could be, as long as, keep it simple, stupid,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I learned.
Keep it short and sweet. However you want to make it, as long as the word short's in there somewhere, that's all that matters, right? Okay, Dorothea.
Okay, Brian, I have the perfect package for you and your family. It's our ultimate. Remember how you said you loved your movies and your family? Well, we're going to give you that, plus that FX we talked about. It has all those movies, 150 in your box every month, 6 weeks before Netflix and 6 weeks before that Redbox. You're going to be set.
Okay, so that's Juice. You use, so you can combine some of these things too. But that was good. That was good use of a power phrase.
Perfect
So you
for
see
you and
how,
your family.
yes, you
That's
see
what I
how
was using.
by using some of these phrases, it leads you right into the next section. This is what helps build impulse. The quicker we build impulse, the quicker we get to a close, right? Okay, Zach, we're almost done. Pick one.
Alright, so that brand new 4K smart TV that you guys just bought, you're actually not using that to the full potential of it, because right now you're getting only a 720 picture quality. With us, you'll be getting 1080 picture quality, and you'll see the instant value as soon as we install.
Instant value, that's a good one too. Okay, you want to give this a shot?
I mean, I'm going to be dead honest. I don't know much about Verizon Fios and their service.
Okay,
I really
because
don't.
you're brand new,
I've
right?
had Optimum for the past 6 years. I had questions for you about the difference in the two, like Verizon, for instance, the phone service. Is that still a direct line phone service like they always had, or is it off a router now, like Optimum runs off the computer? You know what I'm saying? It runs off the router from the computer,
Right.
so if your internet service goes out, you lose your phone service too.
Excellent
So that's
question.
why,
Excellent question.
you know,
the reason that your phone goes out when you lose your power is because it is is a fiber optic phone.
Yeah.
It is not an old-fashioned landline phone, a copper
So
or
it is
wire.
the
It's
same
fiber
thing.
optic,
It's the
so
same
it is
thing.
the same.
Okay.
That's why we give you a battery backup, right? Which allows you to keep the power to your phone if the power goes out. Many people on Long Island after Sandy invested in generators, and
Yeah.
you can use this to your advantage too.
Yeah, I did electric the past 2
Yes,
years. I
because
installed a lot of
as long
generators.
as you have electricity to your house, you will have internet, phone, and cable, whereas the people across the street who haven't switched over to us yet may not be so lucky. Okay? So, let's practice this today. We're going to add some power phrases. We're going to spend the next few minutes practicing power phrases and pitching. Juice?
Juice.
All right, break up into groups.